Good morning. Today is day number 2. That's it, just 2. So we were up and at 'em relatively early today. Not as early as I'm used to, but I didn't want to get up that early, nor did Jeff, I'm sure. So last night was a beautiful night. I did not sleep very well. I was up pretty much every hour, but Jeff slept great.
I did.
Yeah, so at least one of us got a really good night's sleep. And he definitely needed it. So, well, I needed it too, but it's okay. I did get a better sleep than most nights. I did sleep off and on. So today, we're only doing 15.5 miles today, and I'm really excited about that. We are going through a burn area, which is basically a 10-mile stretch with no water sources, and the burn area, obviously it's a burn area, so there is no tree coverage for a long stretch. It's super hot. It feels like the desert. I did it in 2020 and I was dying. So we had an early start. We started just after 7 o'clock this morning, so hopefully, well, it's a little ways before we even get to the start of it, so it'll probably be hot. But I have my sun umbrella, and this year I'm going to use it if I need it. Alright, we will take you guys along.
Yeah, I got lucky finding this camping spot last night.
Oh, this is where you stayed?
Yeah, just in that little thing over there.
Oh, talk about a spot.
This is our first cacti of the trail. Isn't it neat? We've made it to the end of segment 1, and in a minute we are going to head across this bridge and start segment 2, baby. Now this is our last water source for the next 10 miles. And it's about to be a very hot area, and we're going to be climbing. So we're making sure we stock up on as much water as we possibly can carry to make sure we get to the firehouse, which is going to be our next place we can possibly get water at. So got to make sure we're all good. Well, didn't realize that getting our water was going to be such an ordeal, because I got mine 2 seconds, no problem.
Yeah.
And then Jeff over here was taking forever, and instead of taking one bottle out at a time to make sure he didn't lose anything, well, he accidentally kicked one of his bottles, and luckily that one fell right in the rock, right where he's at. I went, Jeff! And he grabbed it. And then, I don't know what, like 30 seconds later, he kicks the one with his filter attached to it, and that one went floating down the river. And I said, well, that's gone. But then it got hung up on a rock further down. So he went and ran and sprinted, and then it started to go around the side of the rock. And he dove into the water. He saved it. So, oh my God, what a dork.
Do it a bit of time.
Right as I sit and record, this beautiful breeze is just blowing. Oh my god, it's amazing. So we are in the burn area, and as you notice, I'm not using my sun umbrella. I did start out using it. I was holding it, but for some reason my arm is so weak today, so I tried to strap it. That was an ordeal, and Jeff was trying to help me, and we just couldn't get it to sit right. That's why I never strap my umbrella to my pack, because it never sits how you would hold it. So we gave up. I put it away. This hat though is working a miracle. I'm much cooler this time than I was in 2020, because I just had
still real hot.
Yeah, it's really hot out. Although right now we're getting a breeze and that feels fantastic, but we weren't earlier. So, yep, we stopped, had a little bit of a break, and then we don't know where we're doing lunch today, because this burn area goes for a while and there's really no shade. We'll figure it out. One thing I did forget to mention to you guys is, if I thought doing the Appalachian Trail with braces was a huge pain in my butt, it's even more so now, because last month I got elastic bands. So I don't know if you guys can see, I have bands on my teeth and they have to be worn 24/7. However, I can't eat with them on because they pop off or break. So I have to take them off. And it's been a huge, huge pain in the butt every time I eat. So not fun. Catch up trail. We just took a nice long break and we're packing up now. We found a little shaded area, although the sun's starting to move in now, so we're gonna get going. But oh, we needed it. This segment is one of the, I mean, I've only done 1 through 5, but this is the hardest segment of them all, just because of the no shade for most of it and how hot it is and stuff. So oh, it felt so great to relax. And we have roughly about 2 more miles of climbing, and then the rest of the day is going to be pretty smooth. So we're looking forward to that.
That is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's not like it's 6.
Right? Oh, this is a tough day today. We have been dying from the heat and heavy packs, and honestly, if you look at the terrain and the elevation in it, knowing that I've done the AT, you'd be like, that is easy peasy. But both of us have extremely heavy packs. We both overpacked on food, big time. And then we're both really out of shape because we did nothing for the month prior to leaving. Bad us. We both are at a heavier body weight than we would have preferred to start. So we had a lot of factors working against us this trip, but all of that will get better as we go along. So just gonna suffer a little bit in the beginning, but I'm all right with that. And this segment though was really brutal. Almost the entire time we've been out in an exposed area. It's really hot. So it's been a doozy of a day, and then having to carry, I was carrying a little over 3.5 liters of water. Look at this, guys. It's amazing. So I've drank a lot of it, but I don't know, I probably have a little over a liter, maybe 1.5 liters of water left. So I've drank a lot, but oh, this breeze is so welcomed. We are less than 3 miles from the fire station, and that's where we're gonna just guzzle water, pack up enough to get us the 0.7 to camp through the night, and then roughly 2-ish miles the next morning to the next water source. this is such a perfect day. It's so beautiful. We made it to the fire station. It's just right up here. So we can finally fill our water bottles for the rest of the day and tomorrow and relax for a few, and then it's roughly 0.7 left to camp. It's actually getting really late. It's 4:07. We've taken forever to get here.
Another hiker.
We are done. Oh my god, we're done for the day. Ended up being 15.4 miles. That was rough, 15.4. But we made it.
Yeah, it was a really good day. It was beautiful weather. It was absolutely great. Like yesterday was tough, but today was tough too. That like Spotter mentioned, she said that the burn area is really hot, and it was definitely tough today, but we really enjoyed it, and it was beautiful. Happy to be at camp and looking forward to tomorrow.
And so Jeff might have a new trail name if he chooses to accept it, and I think he should. He says he likes it, but he wants to think on it before he accepts it, so I will let him tell you his possible trail name.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking about maybe accepting it. When I first heard it, I was like, oh wow, I do like that, for multiple reasons, but it has to do with the story that Spotter was mentioning about me losing the water filter in the river, and this river was moving, and I ran out, jumped over, and I got it. I guess you could say maybe I even retrieved it. So this girl was viewed it all. We camped with her last night. I believe her name was Megan. Not exactly sure if that was her name, but I believe that is. And she sees me get it, and when we're setting up camp, I don't know, 12 miles later, so she comes by and she says that she was thinking about a trail name, and she said, "You're going to be Retriever." And I was like, I like that because it's a funny story. You know, I did something on trail to earn the name, and it kind of stuck. When I first heard it, I had a smile, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty nice. And we have a family dog, too, named Chief, who's a Retriever, and so extra benefit. So I'm going to think about it, but I'm leaning on taking it, and maybe in a couple days I'll have an official that's my trail name. But we'll see. Anyways, that's it for there, and I'll hand it back over.
So I think you should take it. I think it's an excellent name. And she also mentioned, as a couple, she goes, having Spotter and Retriever, they go well together, even though we got our names for completely separate reasons, but also the fact that I was spotting him when he was running for it. I was like, right there by the rock, right there, go get it. So it kind of matched up anyway, so it would be really fun. So tomorrow we don't know exactly how many miles we're doing. We have 16.7 in mind, but we don't know. That is a longer day than today, and today beat us up, but today was also in the burn area. Tomorrow will not be. So we're going to play it by ear. If we feel like stopping sooner, we will. We don't want to kill ourselves. We got plenty of time to get to Durango. All right, so we'll talk to you guys in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.